Hello everyone, welcome to my shoulder rotation routine for Beat Saber. Now this is going to consist of 5 exercises. It's going to take us about 15 minutes to run through. Now if you're just starting out with this, you can use just your body weight. You can use a can or a small dumbbell. I'm going to be using a dumbbell bar today for this. So the way this is going to work is we're going to be working front raises here. We're going to be working back raises here. We're going to be working rotation on the outside. We're going to be working rotation on the inside. And then we're going to be working stability in the center. Okay? We're going to be doing one arm at a time for all of this. And each of these are going to be one set, 15 reps. If you want to do more, if you think you can handle more, go for it, but listen to your body and don't overdo it. Now, the first exercise we're going to do is the front lateral raise. I'm going to start with my right hand. And for this, we want to make sure that our thumb, when we're reaching up to the top here, that our thumb is pointed downward. Okay? And this will make sure that we're emphasizing contraction on the delt up top here. So if you're up here, you're not going to feel it as much, but if you have your thumb turned down and make sure you have it down that entire time, you're really going to feel it there. So let's go through 14 more of these. Make sure we're reaching all the way across with it. Come down and then up nice and high. Do the best you can to keep your body straight as you're doing this. Try and relax the neck, relax the rest of the body. This is 5 right here. Reaching across. Remember, at all times, we want to keep the breath moving. Never at any point during this do we want to hold our breath. If you're holding your breath, then we need to back off on some of the weight. Yeah, this is 9 right here. Let's keep it going. Let's keep good form. Make sure that we got that thumb really rotated, pointed down. Really emphasize the contraction on the deltoid. Two more. And get a nice big hold here. Try and hold it for a full deep breath. Slowly bring it back down. Very good. Switch it up to the other side. And reach as far across as you can here. Keep the body facing forward. Thumb pointed down. Emphasizes contraction on the delt. This is 5 right here. Keep it going. These will start to burn after a minute if you haven't done these before. This is a fantastic shoulder rotation routine that is going to up your game on Beat Saber. You got 10 right here. Keep it going for 5 more. 2, and 1. Very good. Now, I'm going to switch it back to the right hand. We're going to do a back lateral raise. Now, the way this works is we're going to be reaching behind us, reaching as far behind as we can. We don't want to turn the body like this. We want to keep it facing forward and reaching back as far as we can. And then, again, keeping this thumb pointed down. Keep the shoulder behind you for this raise. And at the bottom here, make sure that your hand is off of your back. We don't want it down here. We want to be pulling off of the back and then lifting up and backwards and keeping that thumb pointed down. This one's a little tougher. If you have to drop your weight, then that's okay. Not all of these are going to use the same amount of weight. Try and keep everything upright. Keep a little bit of a unlock on the knee. We don't want the legs locked out for this. Again, keep everything breathing, everything moving. This is 10 right here. Let's keep it going for 5 more. Keep that reach back. Again, hand off the back. Definitely starts to burn back here. 2 more. Last one. Yes. Ooh, good. Keep the breath moving. If you need a moment, if you need to pause the video and take a moment, catch your breath. But I am going to move right on to the next. Okay. And again, we're keeping the hand as far back off the back as we can and keeping the thumb rotated down throughout the reach. Try and keep the body facing forward, upright. Try and keep the neck relaxed. Everything here is coming from the shoulder. That's 5 right there. Moving on to 6. Keep it going. Keep the breath moving. This is 10. We got 5 more. Nice and high with it. Oh yeah, 2 more. Keep it reaching back. And whew. Oh, those get tough. All right. Now, moving on, we're going to do overhead circles with these. Now, the way this is going to work, we're going to have our starting position down here with our elbow nice and open, getting a little bit of a stretch on the bicep here. And then we're going to bring this almost like we're trying to wrap our head. We want to keep the arm as close to the head as we can. We don't want it way up here. We want to have it as close to the head as we can and try and keep a nice tight wrap around the head, reach behind, back to the center for start. So that's 1. We're going to do 15 more of those. Again, come across, around, one full circle, behind again, back to start. Again, up and across, one full circle, behind again, back to start. That's 3. Across, circle, behind, start. This one is 5. Good. 10 more. Keep a nice high reach with the shoulder. 6. And up here, we want to make sure we don't want to get lazy with the shoulder. Keep it pushed up here. Keep it wrapping around. Start. This is 9. 10. Up. Circle. Behind. Start. 12 right here. 13. 14. And 15. Very good. Switched up to the other side. Again, full circle behind, and then back to start. Reaching up from the shoulder, circle around, 2, cross, circle, behind, 3, cross, circle, behind, 4, keeping it moving. This is 6. Again, try and keep the neck relaxed. Everything's coming from the shoulder. That's 7. 8. This is 9. 10. 5 more. Keep the form tight. Reach with the shoulder. And keep the forearm as close to the head as you can. Relax the neck. 3. This is 2. Very good. Last one. All right. Excellent job. Switching it back up to the right hand now. We're going to do those circles the opposite way. So the way that looks is instead of coming around to the other side, we're going to lift this, rotate it up, so that way your hand is upside down by the time it gets up to here. And again, going behind the head, this takes the rotation the other way. And then when we come back down, it's almost like we're putting on a seatbelt. But we want to get our arm fully extended here, get that little bit of a stretch on the bicep. And then again, turn the arm up to the right ear, around behind once, and again, seatbelt down. Keeping the body facing forward, keeping the neck relaxed, reaching with the shoulder. This is 3. Keeping it moving. Keep the breath moving at all times. This is 4. And 5. We got 10 more of these. Keep everything slow and controlled. We don't want to whip through this. 7. 8. 9. 10. Keeping it moving. 5 more. 4. Neck relaxed. Reaching with the shoulder. 3. 1 more. Slow and controlled. Back to start. Very good. Now, other side. Left hand. Coming in with it. Behind. Around once. All the way. And then seatbelt down. Bringing it inverted and into a stretch. It's the wrong way. Going left side this time. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Keep the reach with the shoulder. 5 more. Let's keep good form throughout the last bit. Got 3 more. This is 2 more. Last one. Very good. Shake it out a little bit. Now we're going to do shoulder stability circles. The way this is going to work is simply hold the weight out in front of you. If you don't have a weight, that's okay. But then what we're going to do is just draw the tiniest circles as quickly and controlled as we can. Now, a lot of people would like to time an exercise like this. I don't like to think of exercises in terms of time. I like to think of them in terms of breath as our reps. So as we're doing these, we're going to take 3 deep breaths, keeping everything as controlled as we can. And then after 3 deep breaths, I'm going to switch it the other way. All right, 3 deep breaths. Now, the reason I like to do 3 deep breaths instead of 30 seconds or 60 seconds, because if we think of these as breaths as our reps, it will also help us to not hold our breath as we're trying to do these. Because at all times, we want to keep the breath moving. We get our power from our breath, and when we cut off our breath, we cut off the power. So left side, ready to go. 3 full deep breaths, circles one way. And that's 3. Try and keep the circles controlled. One more. Slowly release off of that. Very good. Roll the shoulders out a bit. Stretch them out. Come behind. Reach across in front of you. Give yourself a big bear hug. Come up overhead. Reach down and backwards. Get a good stretch all over the shoulders. You just put in some good work. Stick with this routine once a week for 6 weeks. You're going to see a huge improvement. A lot of people too might try to pass off the advice that we should be focusing on wrist movement, and yes, we shouldn't be moving our arms. If you watch any of my reels, there's very little arm movement going on here. However, we still need to be able to make big reaches because sometimes they are called for, and we can't always keep everything in a nice tight little space. We have to be able to move with it if we're going to be able to hit them.